little sad news. So, last time we left off at, we had finished the first dungeon, which was pretty much the beginning of the game, all the cutscenes and stuff. But sad to say, I I lost that save file. So what's going to happen is I'm going to use a New Game Plus save file, and then I am going to and where I use on my personal time, I'm just gonna cut straight in the middle of the first dungeon when we get to the school. So that's where our little live stream is gonna start at. I am so sorry that you guys have to see that again, where they choose which place they want if they want to stay with class 7 or not. I apologize. Things just happened. But that's okay, because right now I am working on trying to get all of us back together. So let's just enjoy the game, have some fun, and let me know. All right. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying, I had to start the stream in the middle because last time, and if you watched my last live stream, we were past this, but things happened. And like I said, this is a New Game Plus, so
now's our chance. We can do this.
We're gonna be doing this a little bit more with all the skills intact. So I got Gale, which I love this movie.
Second form, Gale.
And just like last time, I will do my best to be quiet during cutscenes so that y'all can hear, unless something happens, and then I will talk about it later, or I'll talk like in the middle of it. But I won't talk while they're talking, because you know, there's options that I don't have to do any of that. So if I'm too loud, let me know. Let me know, stream. Okay. I'm trying to set it up on my computer. Give me a second, guys. Okay.
What's wrong?
More monsters?
No, not monsters. It's...
You're pretty sharp.
Oh. It's the silver-haired girl.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
Nope. I'm small and quick. These things can't lay a finger on me. Oh yeah, Fee Clausel. That's my name. You're just over halfway through. Keep it up. Later.
Hey, wait! Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
I'll be fine. I'm used to this. See you at the end.
What just happened? Wow.
She certainly wasn't fibbing about being quick on her feet. Guess we really don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, now I'm more convinced than ever that she knows exactly what she's doing. Just over halfway through? Has she already been to the exit and then come back?
Okay, I read the first one and said, damn, she can move. But, man, shit, if I could do that in real life, man, I won't worry about really doing anything in the house. Sorry, guys, it's been a while since I played the game.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
My turn!
Bang. And since it's a new game, my new game plus save file, and I got on normal difficulty, I'm basically gonna be one-shotting these guys. I'm thinking about changing it over to a hard mode, give me at least a little bit of competition, though I doubt that will happen. So yeah, let's do this right. You know what? Let me do that. Give me a second. I can't do that. Oh well, we'll just go on like that. Let's go. Come here. Come here.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Go!
Right. Nice. Oh, we did it.
I don't think this game allows you to link in the first dungeon, does it? Ooh.
Do you hear that?
Someone's fighting up ahead. Come on! Rain!
Wait for me.
Incredible.
That was really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Did you need something?
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship. I'm Reen Schwarzer. I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Guy Swarzel. Nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Alberea. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. truly the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
Okay, I had to say, yo, Eustace, you're a cool dude, but that comment, it may come off as snarky, but right now you're just being a dick. You know what I mean?
What the hell is your problem?
And Maki, you're an idiot for falling for it.
You nobles really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alborea is one of the highest ranking in the country. I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule the capital. And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Perish the thought. No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Magius, don't do it!
I think you went a little too far, Eustace. Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Reen.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line. It may be for the best if I leave the four of you to find your way out of here together, while I make my way toward the exit alone and unimpeded.
I can see I've still got a lot to learn about the particulars of your social strata.
Yeah, I'm sad to say these kinds of disputes are pretty indicative of how the Empire is these days. How are you feeling, Machias? Have you calmed down now?
Yes, and I wanted to say I'm sorry for the way I acted. I shouldn't have gotten so riled up over such an obvious taunt.
My point exactly. Just saying. Dude, he says that just to get under your skin, and you know it, yet you still do it. But we'll figure out why later on, so.
Yeah, you do kind of lose your cool maybe a little too easily. But is it true what he said? Your dad is the Imperial Governor?
It's true. It's not that I was trying to hide it. I just don't like going around telling everyone. I don't like to brag. But just so we're clear, that doesn't change who I am. When you get right down to it, I'm a commoner, head to toe. My father's salary is nothing to boast about, and he doesn't have any of the perks nobles are born into.
I know. Don't worry. Governor Regnitz is pretty well known for being clean as a whistle.
Really? I've heard the name, but I can't say I really know anything about him.
Well, that's enough about my father for now. We need to get moving. We've wasted far too much time here as it is.
He's right. We should get a move on.
Anyway, I'm gonna skip this monster. But yeah, that cutscene. Yeah, I'm sorry I talked in the middle of it. But,
He seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
But look, yeah, like I was saying, at the end of the day, like Maki he fell for that taunt by himself. all because of how he feels about nobles. I mean, I get that some nobles are dicks, you know, that goes without saying, but you don't need to stoop to the level of hashing it out every step of the way, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Either way. So, who else is ready for Trails of Cold Steel 3 to come out in October? Don't worry, I'm about to do a let's play on that too, or basically a live stream. I'm doing it the day that it comes out. So even if I have to work, I will do it. I will do that live stream like no other.
Burn to ash.
And it's gonna be fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying me, and that and then we'll have some fun playing Trails of Cold Steel 3 together. Because I love the fact that in that game that Ring's a teacher instead of a student, like he was in this game and the second game. And you got new characters, and we're going to see how Ring tackles being a teacher instead of a student, which I think was an awesome idea from Falcom. So we'll see how this plays out, right, guys? And hopefully I can finish this game, the live stream of this, before October 22nd, I think. I think that's when the game's coming out. Don't quote me on that, because I gotta check my sources again. What I'm excited for is that the game that my Trails of Cold Steel 3 is actually a special edition I pre-ordered specifically from the NIS America. And I know how some people feel about NIS America and the dubbing of Japanese RPGs, and they really don't have the best track record. But I've seen like trailers and I've seen different stuff on even gameplay of this Trails of Cold Steel 3, and it doesn't have any less quality than the first two games did when they dubbed it. But that's the cool thing about it. They got the same people that handled the recording sessions along with the voice actors to be in this game. So when you think about it, even though they switched from XC to NIS, they didn't change. They really that's all they did was just change companies. Other than that, they did not change a thing when it came to people working on this game to dub it for over here to the West. So the quality of the voice acting and everything else is going to be just as clean, as crisper and crispier, probably even crispier than the first two games. I'm just saying. So I know some people don't like NIS America's dubbing, but they might just throw it out the park. They might just throw it out the park with this one, because at the end of the day, you can't beat Trails of Cold Steel, because that's all. It's not as popular as Persona 5 or the Persona series, but it's kind of behind there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah.
Hey, are we...
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
They have the nerve to call this an orienteering exercise. I'm not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Drygulls. I can tell you this wasn't it.
You can say that again. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't know yet?
What was that?
Yo, mama! I'm just playing.
There.
statue?
What the heck is that?
A beast of living stone?
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Of course not!
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
Right.
Damn. Dear, I thought the worst was over.
Idios, help us.
And what kind of started battles that
tough.
Idios
Careful.
help us? Come on, man, you can do better than that.
My turn.
Let's kick some butt. Oh, even boss monsters is still hard. Even well, at least it's not too. At least we don't one shot the boss. I'm happy about that. Oh hell!
Here we go.
Yeah, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that my channel is strictly PG-13, so the most I'm probably gonna cuss is say ass, okay? And hell, that's probably about it. I'm not gonna try to, keep it going. I'm not gonna make a habit of cussing on my channel. I thought
It's my turn!
let that be known.
My turn.
So, is any other kids watching? Rest assured.
My turn.
And it's over. I wouldn't say the boss monster wasn't
it's safe for now.
difficult. Oh, well, it wasn't because I barely took any damage. I want to say that it was more like it was the same length as it normally is. You know what I'm saying? Although it wasn't as hard, because even on easy, that's something kind of hard, like cutscene.
Is it dead?
No, it's down but not out.
That's one hell of a second wind.
Looks like this thing has our number.
It's no use. We're too spent to go another round with it. Guess I have no choice. I'll have to.
Stand back!
Hey! You made it!
You've certainly got some good timing.
Are we not going to address the fact about how close Elisa was shooting that arrow towards Ring? I mean, don't get me wrong, Elisa is one of the best girls that I love. I truly love her. Like, in this playthrough, I might choose between Emma, Laura, or Elisa. I haven't decided yet, but she shot them very close. And nobody else going to address that? No? Okay.
Seems like you're all okay, at least.
I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
We gave it everything we had, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate.
But with this many of us, if we can just find an opening...
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
So it's all come down to me then.
You!
Arcus, activate!
Airstrike!
An opening!
Go!
This one's mine! Ah!
It's...
We did it! I think that's the end of it.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle...
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
There was a shimmering veil of blue light surrounding each of us.
Was there?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat, but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize. Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys. Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise. Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus orbments you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle orbment, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely. Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather...
Idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't. And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see.
But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? Just seems so random.
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not? if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Well, wait, what?
Just like that?
So you're the first, then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
Of course, he would be the first one to come up. The dude's main character, he's the leader of the team. He's the leader of the class. Hang on, guys.
Count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student, too. Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kinda feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you. Your weapons are still in the prototype stage, so on top of your other work, I'll be expecting
Of course.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Let me join too.
Huh?
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now. Which leaves just the 2 of you. I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the...
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Alberea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alberea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in, come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Oh.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
He tried so hard to make amends with that. It just seemed like there was a little light at the tunnel. Next thing you know, more tunnel. I'm sorry about that little ringback, guys. People calling my phone. So yeah, let's get back on relationship.
Give a guy a break.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this. It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Well, seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
I'm going to try to enjoy this music. And that's the end of the prologue. Okay, so let's get on with the story. But I like that. I love the opening theme. You know, where they're like kind of like an anime opening. I like it so much. It really brings her that anime feel. You know what I mean? And I like it. So, what we're gonna do is, okay. Let me just put some particulars on this live stream. And well, this pretty much a playthrough because I'm doing these live streams in parts, kind of like a playthrough. This I am not doing it 100%. I'm just gonna kind of follow through the story. I mean, but there are side quests that I can do that I'm gonna do that are main objectives, and that I know that they that are part of the, you know, to get the story along, or there's some side quests that I know that I know where they're at, and now I'm gonna do them, but it's not 100%. I'm letting you know that now. Other from that, let's have some fun, guys. So I'm gonna save right here. Let's go.
Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7. Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once. Class 7, I see.
Okay, so, oh, that was a little clap. I'm sorry if that clap seemed a little loud in your ears. I actually clapped near my, my headset. For all those who just joined the stream, and if you've been watching my live stream playthrough of this from the first episode, we as you know, we already passed this. And yeah, like I said, I lost my save there, so we had to start back at the middle ground of the prologue. So we're gonna be seeing some cutscenes that we've already talked about and seen about. I've already voiced my opinion. If you want to hear my opinion on what I think about Patrick, go watch the first episode. But other than that, let's dive right back on into the cutscenes. Yeah.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Uppity bitch. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Excuse my language for all the kids who are watching. I'm sorry. How about this? Uppity scumbag. I don't know to make it sound even way less cooler or bad. I don't know. He just uppity, okay? Uppity. I don't like him. God. In this game, I really wanted to punch the crap out of Patrick. I really did. If I was in this game and I had free reign, I would have come up beside Ring and just smacked them dead in the temple. I'm just saying, but I digress.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Amen, Elliot.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really? Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rice Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
Okay. There's a way that you can always just pick which one to see if you get right or wrong. The right answer is North Highlands, but to get to like the how can I say it, bonding thing, you can pick a wrong answer, and then I knew the right answer. It was North Highlands. So, yeah. And I want to get the bonding experience for the girls, because I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. Although, let's be real, I would not make a habit of picking wrong answers for these tests and stuff. I plan on getting the highest score, just saying.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day.
Oh, I remember those days. I hated class. Then again, I am in college, so... But... So I hated class. Sitting there for long periods of hours, just listen to your teacher lecture about stuff that really don't matter until you get into college. Yeah. Oh well. High school sucked for me. Except for band. Band was cool. I loved music. Put in the comments below and in the stream what school you go to and what you like to do in school. Alright? And I chose right now for y'all to watch my live stream because I know some of y'all are in school. So, there you go.
It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time, too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
I'm sorry, but the music in here is just... Damn. Let's all just listen to the music for a second. Ooh, that music just puts you in the feels. Alright, now I am not great at voice acting, but I'll do my best to speak when they're not speaking, like when there's no like voice acting in the cutscene. So, I mean, I'm just still getting used to the staff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. Oh, you joined the club already? Which one did you pick? I decided to try for the band. Though I'm not sure how much use they'll have for a violinist. I didn't know you played the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school clubs? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you. No pun intended. Do you have any artistic experience? I've dabbled in it back at home. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Huh? Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I say is, it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I'll go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them that you sent me, they'll know why I'm here, right? Wait, are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I could look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind, thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door, at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah. Okay. Alright. I know my voice acting is bad. I got a deep voice. Leave me alone. Damn it. That's for the courtyard. What is this? That's a classroom. Oh yeah. You see these faces? Her, see her hairstyle, that guy. And Treasure remember these faces while I play through this game, because they're gonna play a major part in Treasure Coast Steel 3. I'm just saying. A fair warning to you now. Especially him. Keep an eye out for him, Instructor Thomas, because he plays a really major role that even I didn't know he had. Him, he's just weird, and he's not important, so forget him. Alright, let's go. Yeah. See, I thought about playing Treasure Coast Steel 2 before Treasure Coast Steel 3, but I decided to keep playing the school aspect, because most people have already done the second game, because that's the most popular game in the series. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this game, then I'm going to do number 3, and then when number 4 comes out, I'm going to do that. But I plan on having all 4 games of the Treasure Coast Steel series on my channel, so you can watch all 4, you know, in a row if you want to, but that's just how I'm gonna do it. So I might do Treasure Coast Steel 2 after Treasure Coast Steel 3, but I want to play that game first. I'm just playing this so I can finish up, because this is a long game. I gotta take time off on the days I got off work to do this in school, so. If I'm going too fast with the I can't speak. With all these bubbles, let me know, speech bubbles, and then I'll just stay here and let it sit there for like a few minutes, like a minute. See him? Hugo. Remember that name. And remember Becky. Let me show her face. Because he's important in the third game. And she's definitely important. This is the field. Girls lacrosse team. Okay, you see this purple this violet purple hair girl? I think her hair is purple. I don't know. She's important too. Him, he's important too. You'll see him in the Imperial Chronicle. Oops, spoiled it. Didn't mean to. This is the auditorium. It's locked. Can't get in there at all. You will never be able to get in there. This is the library. I will go in there at least like once or twice. I forgot where the gym is. Ah, right here. The gym is in the back. This is Monk. He's gonna play a major role in the third game as well. You're actually gonna see him like in the very beginning. It's kinda cool. She plays a major role in that game too, along with her. If you don't know, she has a twin sister. This is the engineering building. You know, a couple of characters that play major roles in the game. But let's go into the student union. And here's a major character that, you know, was sad to see. I mean, if you haven't played this game,
the student union building.
Then I'm sorry, look, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but if you have, well then you already know.
I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council...
Hey there, first year. How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Okay. Did anybody else notice the coin kind of fell through his hands?
Too bad.
I saw it.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50...
He totally scammed you, brother.
He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room, too. Somehow. Nice good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
I just realized that my microphone was off. Basically, what you just saw down there was the cafeteria and the campus store. The campus store, as you saw, you can buy weapons and equipment and all kinds of stuff. At the cafeteria, you can buy the different kinds of food and items, you know, to keep your health up and strength up and all that stuff, right? And then, as you saw, there was where people congregate at the place. It's school, okay, guys? It's school. It's where people get together and mingle. The biggest selling point of this game is school. And I forgot he does that. That's kind of cool. Alright, time to go to the student council room and knock knock.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the student council president.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like her English voice actor's voice a lot better than her Japanese. Cause I heard her Japanese. It's okay, but it seems way too lispy and kind of airy in Japanese. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but her, when I see Toa, I see this cutesy kind of girl. So her voice in this is spot on. I like it. I like it.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see. Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orb mint, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orb mints. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work. It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah!
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them. And we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rien Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But all right, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
I decided I'm gonna do some of the side quests before and then I'll stop this video towards the main towards the main quest, you know, of the before, you know, then tomorrow we'll pick up right back from there. So now it's time to go see everybody in their rooms and hand in their notebooks. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. You can spoil Class 7's dorms on the night before each free day. Yeah, we know that. Alright, time to go see the guys. Let's go Elliot first. Hey there, Reen. Something the matter? Toll gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just going around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Oh, thanks. Anyway, were you playing the violin in here? Sorta. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. The winter orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get in some practice tonight instead. Wow, you're really into music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff too. It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dormitories were a bit more soundproof though. Then I'd be able to play all night long without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. Alright. Let's go to Gaius. Nope. Whoa. He must know how eclectic his room is. Gaius. Evening, Ring. What's up? Actually, I was looking for you. I got your student notebook here, man. Here you go. Oh, I was wondering when that come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it, though. What's that hanging on the wall? That's a sort of ornament made in the North Highlands. I thought it'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. I see. It really does give the whole room an exotic feel. I would have said eclectic. You got your brushes out too, so I'm guessing you're gonna spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning on heading over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. Will do. Alright. Now I can shut up on this one. This should be Eustace's room. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? I was simply reading. Oh, what kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge in mundane little questions? Huh? While we may live in the same dorm, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you the license to intrude on my private life. You're right. I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Well, damn. Was that meant to be a warning? He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart? On to Machias. This should be Machias' room. Who is it? It's me, Reem. I got something here for you. I'll be right there. Sorry to make you go through all that trouble. Don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? You got pencil marks all over the side of your hands. Well then, you should make sure to do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they're pretty hard, though, too. Agreed. Besides, there'll be a chance to show up those snobby upper-class students. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Yeah, good night. I'm bad at reading. Alright, time to go upstairs to the girls. This is gonna be weird. Let's go to Fee first. Who's there? It's me, Reem. I got something here for you. Coming. Cheers. Oh, were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you. It's fine. I'm surprised you wouldn't sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah, just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. Okay. On to the one that he dressed the most. Elisa. I need to give Elisa her student notebook too. Right, here it goes. Who is it? It's me, Reem. What do you want? What are you even thinking coming to some innocent girl's room this late at night? Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Oh. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a sec. It should be this one. Let's see, Elisa, Whoa! I can't let my guard down around you for a second, can I? Sorry, I can't tell which notebook is which without looking inside. I really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Guess I have to back off for the night. But it seems that R is just an initial. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands, though. Is there a reason she's hiding it? This should be Emma's room. Yes, who is it? It's me, Reem. Do you have a moment? Ah, Reem. I'll be right there. Thank you. Oh, and on an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll help out the student council. How about you? I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what the culture club has to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Oh, right. Joining the club does sound like a good idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. Alright, I will. Also, I do hope you make up with Lisa soon. Did you hear it just now? Well, you weren't exactly quiet. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Good night, and thank you for bringing me my notebook, too. Emma's such a sweet girl. I like Emma, too, but yeah. This should be Laura's room. Hey, Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Reem? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat. I was just practicing with the wooden sword. I must have been so focused on practicing that I did not hear you knock at first. Oh, that's some concentration, alright. Wow. Maybe I should do some practice when I get to my room, too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to duel with sometime, too. Well then, good night. Good night. Oh, that's everybody. Time to go back to the room. Should I call it a day? God, I hate voice acting. I don't have the voice for it.